Time to check out Wickham Park in Melbourne, Florida. There's two entrances to come into the park. One of them is on Leisure Way, and you may have actually a GPS that tries to bring you in that way. You can go in that way if you're an RVer. Or this is kind of the closest main entrance to the ranger station. This is Parkway, 2500 Parkway. Once we go through the gate here, we'll go ahead and go to the right, and the ranger station will be on our right. That's actually where you check in. We'll go around the lake. If the wind noise isn't too great, we may point out some stuff to you as far as what you're seeing. There's a lot of trails here. We're not going down all the trails. We're not going to cover all the roads, but we will go back to the campground and show you what that looks like. So let's go ahead and head that way.
What have you been up to?
I've been riding on a daydream.
Please do the speed limit through here. So again, this is the main entrance. Got a bunch of arrows telling you where you need to go if you're trying to get to certain places. But off to the right, this is where you're going to do your check-in. This is the ranger station, the ranger office. Just to let you know, I'm going to tell you this ahead of time. Whatever you do, don't think that you're going to conduct shady business throughout this park, because these rangers and the police patrol through here all the time. This is a turnaround loop. If you want to try to do a U-turn, you could probably do it off to the right there. Here's parking. Of course, there's trail indicators, and then all the parking that's over here. Now, it just rained like crazy the last couple days, mainly yesterday, and you can see the water that's left over. But in typical Florida fashion, this will all dry out relatively quick. So we're going to go ahead and show you what it's like around the lake here. There's walking sidewalk trails all throughout here and then across the way too. Those trails can be found on the map that they give you. There is horse trails here. Watch out for turtles. There's turtles everywhere here, big turtles too. Just don't, run over them. And again, traffic wise, I know it's a big park. You guys are trying to get to wherever you want to go, but this is 15 miles per hour all through this part of the park. When you get into the disc golf course area, which this has a very big disc golf course. You can see there's a turtle there. The disc golf course is something they hold tournaments here and everything. That's 10 miles an hour through that area. And then the campground is 15 miles per hour. So again, please try to follow the rules. Now we're out on the street, but there are sidewalks that we could be on and walking sidewalks, but we want to circle the lake here. So we'll go ahead and move over for the car that I'm doing 11. That's fine. Again, another sign talking about tortoises, because there's a lot of them here. Here's the dog park. It's a relatively large dog park. The one thing you're going to find here is lots of people come for lunch, come for the weekend, come for the walking, come for the relaxation. They have events here, whatever. And yeah, it's something to behold on the weekends, because this park is used. And if you look at it on a map from Google, you could see that everything around it is basically city, city blocks, city houses, neighborhoods. And this is a 400-acre park, just under 400 acres. And it's kind of like the, the forest in the middle of the city. So everybody comes and visits it. But very nice.
A lot of people use it.
So again, we'll go around the park here. Speed limit's 15. Let's go ahead and pick it up so you guys may hear more wind noise, but you see more. A lot of campers bring their golf carts so that they can ride their golf carts around. There's, again, a huge disc golf course through here. There's some horse trails. Of course, just trails in general, walking trails, riding trails for horses, of course. I don't know too much about the recreation part of things as far as four-wheelers are prohibited in the campground. I know that, and I'm assuming at the park, no drones here. They don't want any drones, no matter how big or small they are. One of the reasons I don't have a drone, because some of these parks outlaw them. And again, there's always events going on here, especially with the disc golf. So we've pretty much circled the lake. So if you were to make a left, instead of making a right and going to the ranger station, you would be dumped off into this road that's off to our left in your view right now. And you would follow that road past Leisure Way, the other entrance. The other entrance comes from out there. And brings you into this park. Kind of the back way, I guess you can say. And now this is the campgrounds. 10 miles an hour. And again, a little bit further in, it becomes 5 miles an hour. The lakes, there are some for fishing. There are 2 swimming lakes that are, one of them that we circled, I believe, but I don't believe there's any swimming back here at these lakes. I know there's none here. But you can go fishing if you like. It's something you could do. Which I guess fish are to be had. Park area. You'll see a lot of people that just come back again for lunch and just set up there, sit in their car. So yeah, a little bit of a drive to get back to the campground. But it does divide you from the rest. The only people that are to be back here are campers with permits. There is no other exit or entrance than what we're doing right now to get into the park back here. We'll go around the first loop and you'll see our rig right up front. Some of these sites are pretty big. Ours is 50 by 70. So you can see our setup right there. And this is Campground A. Water, sewer, and electric. 50 amp service. And 30 amp service. None of the sites are paved that I can recall. They're hard pack beach shell where you park your RV. There's a bathhouse off to our right. Here is a dump station. It's $15. You pay at the ranger station. So if you are in the Melbourne area and you need to dump your tanks, there's a shower house right there. Another Rockwood fifth wheel. And a little Flagstaff E-Pro. That's Rockwood's version of the Geo Pro. The trash, this is the source for your dumping your trash right here. It's right in front of our campsite, which is nice. This pad that's in front of our site, I have no idea what it's for. It's not for us, it's just there. The maximum stay in this park is 168 days. However, trying to get here and stay for 168 days might be a little bit difficult. Wood and ground fires are prohibited. Sleeping in non-recreational vehicles here is prohibited. As you can imagine, you have a homeless contingent here that you got to be concerned with. Some of these sites provide pretty good shade, so you can get an idea. There's another shower house there, but you can get an idea with the trees that you have here. You know, some sites are better than others. Then there's a campsite in the back. We've never been down. I'll go ahead and I'll try to go around there real quick. We'll see what that looks like. I think it's going to be all sand, so it might be a little rough. And they call what we're in currently Campground B, and back here is Campground C. So we'll go ahead and try Campground C. Another dog park back here. Don't look like much for shade back here. There is another bathhouse. You can see this is just a simple loop. And you can see what we're driving on. That's basically what some of these sites are, as far as the pad that you pull your RV on. When I was a kid living in Florida, this is what our street was like for quite a few years until they came in and paved it. And this thing's just filled with shells. There's all kinds of shells in here. This is literally from the beach. There's a trash dumpster there off to our right, so these people don't have to come all the way out to get rid of their trash. And then we're back into Campground B. It's relatively quiet here. We don't have much for traffic noise. Occasionally you hear traffic though. Like I said, really big sites, really open sites. All size of rigs. They do allow tent camping here. If you guys have friends that want to come out and visit while you're in your RV, they could tent camp. And we're circling back around. We're almost exiting Campground B. Like I said, the park rangers and the police patrol this area pretty heavily.